Welcome to official YouTube channel of Digital Network Solution. My name is Bidur Ponta and today we'll continue to learn about Cisco SD-WAN. Let us begin. The topic we are going to discuss today are Cisco SD-WAN controller deployment option, Cisco SD-WAN device bring up process, and where we can download the controller for the Cisco SD-WAN deployment. Cisco SD-WAN has three controllers: vManage, vBone, and vSmart. The main requirement to deploy the SD-WAN controller is that the controller must be IP reachable from the in devices and other controllers. The actual location of the controller is flexible. They can be hosted on cloud or on-premise. Based on the location of the controller, we can classify the Cisco SD-WAN controller deployment option on three types: Cisco controller as a service, managed service provider, and on-premise or data center. Cisco offers a cloud hosting subscription for Cisco SD-WAN controllers such as vManage, vBone, and vSmart that simplifies and accelerates the Cisco SD-WAN deployment while reducing the cost of running these controllers on their own. When you choose a Cisco subscription for SD-WAN controller deployment, Cisco deploys the SD-WAN controllers on the public cloud. Cisco then provides you with administrator access. By default, a single Cisco vManage, vBone, and vSmart controller are deployed in a primary cloud region. An additional Cisco vBone, vSmart controllers are deployed in the secondary or backup region. Some of the advantages of Cisco controller as a service is that the setup of the controller and availability of controller is provided by the Cisco. Customer do not need to focus on the controller installation and the backup. Cisco provide up to 99% of the availability of the controllers. Managed service provider. Managed service provider are the third-party cloud service provider for the deployment of the Cisco controllers in the cloud. We can use Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Platform to deploy our vManage, vBone, and vSmart. Here is an example. We can also host our controllers on-premise or our own data center. Since the controllers are hosted in the data center, we must make sure the vBone is reachable from the external network. If private IP is used for v1 configuration, we must perform net configuration for the v1 so that the v1 controller can be reachable from the external network. Some of the requirement for the Cisco SD-WAN controller deployment in our own data center is given below. For the vManage, we need at least 100 GB of data storage and 32 GB of memory and 2 CPU. For vSmart, we need 4 GB of memory and at least 10 GB of storage. For the vBone, we also need 2 GB of memory and at least 10 GB of storage. Here is a diagram for the deployment of Cisco SD-WAN controller in our own data center. Device bring up process. After you perform the basic configuration of the controllers, you log into the graphical user interface of the vManage, and here you can add the controllers. You can add vSmart and vBone in any orders. After you add the controller in the vManage, vManage will issue a certificate to the given vSmart or vBone and authenticate the given device. After authentication, a management communication is established between the vManage and vBone or vSmart. Again, repeat the same step for another controller. Now, the vManage knows the both vBone and vSmart information, and vManage will upload the vSmart information to the vBone. Now, vBone and vSmart authenticate with each other with the help of the certificate. Now for the WANage list, we upload the WANage list on the vManage. The WANage list information is available on the Cisco Smart account, or we can download a .viptela file of the WANage list from our network plug and play. vManage will upload the given WANage information to the vBone and vSmart. Now when the VS comes online, the first step it does is it tries to communicate with the vBond. The vBond identifies a device based on the information provided by the vManage. After it authenticates the given VS device, it will provide the information of the vSmart and vManage to the VS devices. Now VS knows the information of vManage, vSmart and vBone. Now we can push the configuration for the vSmart, vBone and VS from the vManage. VS device will form a control connection with the vSmart. It will also learn the routes from the vSmart. VS devices learn about the information of other VS devices with the help of vSmart. After learning the information of other edge devices from the vSmart, it will form a IPsec tunnel automatically with other VS devices for the transfer of data between the edge devices. In this way, we can conclude the bring up sequence of our vManage, vSmart, vBone and VS in our Cisco SD-WAN environment. Now, I will show you how we can download the Cisco SD-WAN controller software. When you type the Cisco software download and click the first link, you go into the software.cisco.com. From here, you click the browse all and then you choose the router option and choose the software defined WAN SD-WAN and click on SD-WAN. Here you can see vSmart software, vManage software, VS Cloud options. Click on any one of those. Here I click the vManage software. You can see it has suggested release from 20.3.4.2 MD. You can see the yellow sign, which means it is a stable version of the software, and then you click on the download button on the side based on the type of the image you want. Here it is a OBA file and a QCOW file. For the download of this file, you need to have proper permission from the Cisco.